I'm Eric Russell with gayrva.com, and we are here at Richmond Triangle Players for the premiere of Gen Silent. And we're here with the director and other members of the community who made it all possible. So I'm going to start here and let you introduce yourselves and just tell us briefly how you got involved with this movie.
Sure. My name is Shannon Marling, and I'm a VCU gerontology student. And I actually got involved with the movie because I saw a trailer for it when I was in Chicago at the American Conference on Aging. And so kind of brought it back and said, I think this would be great. And I'm working with the Gay Community Center of Richmond to establish a stage affiliate in the state of Virginia.
I'm Stu Maddox. I'm the director of the film, and it just was something I started looking at. It seemed like a very important issue to kind of discover.
I'm Ann Williford, and I'm the chair of the Department of Gerontology, and I'm here because our students Shannon Marling and Jay White decided that this was something that they wanted to do, and we thought that it was the right thing to do.
I'm Barry Atkin, and I'm the executive producer of Gen Silent. I got involved because I saw the trailer of the film a little over a year ago. I was so moved by it, I said to Stu, how can I help?
I'm Cindy Bray. I'm the program director at the Gay Community Center of Richmond. I'm actively working with Shannon to get a SAGE program started here in Richmond. SAGE is Services and Advocacy for GLBT Elders, and we're really excited about this initiative because we think it's one of the underserved portions of our community, and it'll be a growing need in the future.
Definitely have to say, I've watched this movie and I couldn't help but cry during it. It was just a very powerful. I have an aging parent, and those questions came to my mind with just putting my parent in a retirement community just for 7 weeks for an illness. I kept thinking, what if I come to a parent? I'm sure for the GLBT people that you interviewed, those fears and things must be more confounding for the caregivers and others. The three things that you brought up in your movie were isolation, fear, and insensitivity. And I noticed that all three couples, or all three people from the movie, were all from Boston. Why did you choose Boston?
Well, we wanted to put the film in a place where other communities would be able to say, you know, that Boston, it's different than us. It's a different community, but it's not so different that we can't do a similar program here. I think if we would have put the film in San Francisco or New York, a lot of times people would say, well, of course they have the solutions. They're huge, huge metropolises and full of LGBT people. But we wanted to make it a place that was copyable, I guess you'd say.
Why those three groups? You had a gay couple that had never been out, you had a very out lesbian couple, and then you had a transgender person who was living literally on their own. How did you find those three couples?
We actually, through the LGBT Aging Project there in Boston, started working on a group of about a dozen people, and we whittled it down to these folks. And we started production on more than just the people that you see in the film. But it was important for us to hit all the letters there, the LGBT, and the transgender component, I guess you'd say, the persons in it was very important to include, and we've gotten great feedback from the transgender community.
Now you're working on a master's degree, and tell us about your master's degree and SAGE, correct? Tell us about that.
Sure. It's a master's in gerontology at the Department of Gerontology. So it's a master's in basically the study of aging. And what I'm actually doing with SAGE is I'm working with the Gay Community Center of Richmond to establish this national organization here in the state of Virginia that really focuses on improving lives, services, and access and the image of GLBT older adults. So it really kind of meets that unmet need for GLBT older adults that may include services, programs, trainings, an opportunity kind of in the film, like the one character that was in the film felt like he was at home when he went into, a community center that was with like people. So we're hoping to kind of establish some of that networking here.
Now you head up the gerontology department at VCU. How did that program come about? Can you talk about your LGBT class on aging?
Our program has been in existence since 1976. We are one of the longest standing Department of Gerontology programs in the country. And our department is made up of core aging classes that most of the programs are similar in that, but we focus also on gerontology practice courses. And within our gerontology practice courses, we choose things that come from our community and from our students, things that they say that they'd be interested in learning more about. And so that's how our LGBT class began. And in terms of our field work and our practicum experiences, all our students choose their own field experiences. So Shannon is choosing the SAGE project, and part of what Jay wanted to do was bring Jen Silent here.
Cindy, how did you select this project from the community center?
Well, actually, Jay went to a conference in February, and he brought back information, but it's something I think we've already been thinking about and kind of mulling about, and then actually several other members from the community came in and said, we see a need for this, and Shannon walked in the door and said, I want to help. So it really was a great synergy that things really came together, that really said, this is the time, this is the place, it's time to do it. So we're really excited about it because we really feel that this is one of our most important initiatives that we've developed so far.
Now, you're the producer, or one of the producers of this project.
Executive
producer. Can you tell us a little more about what really drew to this again, and your involvement and what people could do to contribute more to this?
Sure, thank you. I got involved because 6 years ago I lost my long-term partner to lung cancer. And we went through many experiences with healthcare providers, and most of those luckily were positive, but some of them were not. And so when I did see the trailer, there was a lot of resonance for me. And I saw a real need to get the film out. We have a huge need to raise money in order to get it to more than just film festivals and a few screenings in individual communities. We encourage people to go to gensilent.com, www.gensilent.com, watch the trailer, share it with friends, join us on Facebook, donate, contribute, so that we can get this to the greatest and widest audience.
Stu, last comments from you. What are things that people should look for from your experience in making this documentary when dealing with having to place their loved one in a caregiving situation? Or
Well, I think that they should plan on spending some time trying to find a place that is caring and compassionate and what's called culturally competent. In other words, there's a lot of sensitivity training going on. I won't get into the details, but you need to look for not only just the rainbow flag on the brochure, but also a sense that they know that you're a gay couple when you walk in the door. And even though that may not be comfortable for you, maybe you're not an out gay couple, I would just recommend spending more time than you think it's going to take, because it's going to take a little longer right now to find a place that's really affirming.
And can you give us the website and once more about how they can get in contact with you for Jen Silent?
Our website is gensilent.com, and the spelling of the film is GENSILENT, all one word, .com.
You on Facebook or Twitter or anything like
Yeah,
that?
our Facebook page is great because a lot of the people in the film actually check in there. We have a lot of these seniors who are like going, hey, great job there in Richmond, looks like you had fun, I wish you could be there, so.
Where's this film going next?
We actually are going to be at the Austin Gay and Lesbian Film Festival, Memphis Gay and Lesbian Film Festival. There's a long list on our website of places, but I'm very excited to be going to Northern Ireland next month, Belfast, for their Aging Awareness Week. They're bringing the film out and letting us speak about it. It'll be the first time that LGBT aging issues are talked about in a public setting. You want to go?
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Want to go?
Love to. Thank you again for your time, being here and doing this great project. I'm Eric Russell for gayrva.com, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks again.